fucking do this.
What the hell? Now it's out of control. Returning to the great state of normality. Near you.
Anyway.
What does that mean? What are you saying?
Oh, announcing! A return to the great state of normality. Oh, yes, the U.S. governors have finally announced that they've finally raped enough of the money of the U.S. on all sides of the equation that they've decided that perhaps we've been punished enough and been made to pay and pay and pay and relief bills to the total of $6 trillion and all the things that have happened. They said, oh, the U.S. has a gaping asshole now. Let's lay off so that way we can allow them time to replenish the resources for us to screw them out of it again. Oh, jolly cheerio. Shit like that. What do you think?
The stretched out butthole that's fucking prolapsed.
Prolapsed anus for the United States and others.
It waves like the flag in the wind, like Old Glory.
You mean like the wrinkly gromity rim just kind of flaps in the breeze?
Yeah,
like it's just
flapping.
Like it's slack-assed and shit? Like it's just gone? The bottom's been knocked out of that shit?
Drugged through the mud.
Oh, Lord. It's true. Drugged through the mud. Mud, bud.
Now that we're all ready to die, fucking we can go back to normal.
Yeah.
We've been beaten down into submission.
Now that you've been dehumanized for a couple of years with masks on your fucking face and made to feel like you have to take some weird experimental fucked up shot that no one can anywhere can seem to agree on anything about it. It's really uncanny. Oh, and the guy who owns 9 patents directly relating to the development of the mRNA happens to be of the opinion that, not the opinion, I guess, but actually the scientifically based fucking position that it was never intended for use on humans and you should probably stay the fuck away from it. Oh my God. Man,
after the fact, he comes out and says it. Well, you know.
Well, that's because I think, well, he was part of the team that developed it. It wasn't all him himself. But I think he's probably been buried in so much shit since that all went down to keep his personal
he was
fucking
saying
view.
Kids especially should not. If you're a parent, he would highly recommend that you don't.
Yeah. He's like, stay the fuck away from it. And they've been suppressing me everywhere I've said this since we developed it. I didn't realize that we were being duped into developing a fucking weaponized virus here. Sorry about that, world. It wasn't my choice. I was doing research on something completely different. It was misapplied and weaponized, but and every time I've come out and opened my mouth in public somewhere, the entire fucking leftist community comes out screaming how I'm a quack and shit. Are you crazy? I'm one of the most credentialed motherfuckers that's ever said anything about it. One of the most published scientists in his field, or not one of, the most published scientist in his field in history, in virology. This doctor, the one with the patents, all 9 fucking patents on that shit. The most published in his field in history. But he's a fucking stupid quack and he's misinforming and shit. Joe
So
Rogan.
what I want to know is he getting paid for his patents?
Is he getting paid for the patents?
Yeah, are they paying him to make these vaccines for the technology?
I don't know that patent holders are necessarily the same as shareholders, brother. You can be the inventor of something and get screwed out of it completely, like they did when Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson all somehow took this thing and created these other fucking things with it. I don't know that he was like, sure, as the patent holder, here's your permission, and whatever money we make, let's make it together. I don't think that's how that worked. I think it was more like, hey, asshole, thank you for your service. Fuck you, and we're going to steal this shit, and we're going to do what we want with it. Oh, and guess what? When it all comes down as to what this was, we're going to pin it on you, dickhead. But until then, every time you try to say something in public contrary to our fucking our ends here, we're going to fucking bury you in, like, quack. And he went on Joe Rogan, and fucking even Joe Rogan got into this whole fucking thing because he had 2 of these guys on. One was the patent holder for the mRNA, and who was the other? Anyway, both doctors caused quite a stir because what they had to say was so contrary to what these fucking monkeys have been fucking pumping into their heads.
Yeah, that's Neil shit. Young. Who? Neil Young? Who the fuck is this old piece of shit? I mean...
And Joni Mitchell joined in with him and pulled her music from Spotify.
Yeah, it's like, who are these people again? Does anybody give a fuck?
Well...
No, please. I was looking for a heart of gold. No.
Well, yeah, on the one hand, it's like, anybody who was going to hear either of these people's music already has, pretty much. Knows them by heart. Probably owns all of their shit in several formats and shit at this point. Because those people would have been old enough to have been fucking album, fucking 45.
Yeah, and here's the guy, keep on rocking in the free world. CD, what kind of free world are we living in where you're...
It's only free if you agree with my stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Hippie fucking revolutionary activist guy. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, censorship, which he dealt with in the beginning of his career and shit. Yeah. What happened to that? Oh, that's right. You got old and rich and turned so far to the right that fucking you wearing them disheveled clothes and shit is just a hollow virtue signaling gesture to what you once might have been close to, fuckface. And even then, you were a fucking jagoff.
I'm pretty sure when I lived on Maui, they had this local television station, you know, and it would play random stuff, like anything from anybody could go on it if you just send in your stuff and got like a time slot. We could have like made like a video of us jamming and like they would air.
Yeah, Akaku.
Yeah. Hey, you remember Akaku?
Yeah, I remember Akaku.
And they would sometimes they'd show like crazy conspiracy stuff like late at night.
I know.
You know?
It's kind of started someone's, really accelerated someone's journey.
Yeah.
That I know
wild
really,
stuff
that I know
there.
really well. Yeah.
It'd be anything from like local community stuff, like meetings and shit, to like crazy fucking
fair change, man. 9/11 conspiracy movies.
Yeah, all that stuff. Anything went on that. But this one time I was watching
Jones.
And it was like Neil Young home videos, because I think maybe he lived there, or maybe it was in I don't know. It was just some weird footage of like him and his hippie fucking commune bullshit. And I remember watching it and thinking, God, this is fucking so fucking boring. It's like, why is this on here? It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Why does anyone care? And why was this compiled and broadcast? Like anybody anywhere really gives a shit what Neil Young does, how boring his stupid ass is when he's hanging out by fucking...
Yeah.
I mean, I just look at him and go, he just looks like he would smell like burnt cigar ends and like constipation and mothballs and shit. You know, just fucking. Oh, it just looks gross.
Mothballs.
Yeah, like mothballs and old underwear and shit.
Yeah, like an old man's closet.
Yeah, forever. He probably always smelled like that, except now he's so fucking old that it's real and probably just worse.
Yeah, he's like, and I'm getting old. And that was like 50 years ago.
Yeah, when he was fucking like in his late 20s, he was getting old. Like, oh, all right, well, no wonder you're a fucking crank. That dude, he's cranked like George Carlin. Every time you look at the old version of him, especially, you're just like, ugh, what a dick. And Joni Mitchell, listen, bitch, fucking take a seat. I know she's done some cool shit, and she had a kind of a revolutionary way of like her tunings and the way she played and all that shit. I get it, but honestly, I don't know. I could live in a world without her music. I don't really give. I don't know. I know I should. I know supporting other artists is probably a good way to go, but when they act stupid and gay and entitled and old and irrelevant and shit, I don't give a fuck, man. Take a hike.
Yeah, just because you were good once doesn't mean you're good now.
Yeah. Can you play it like you played it when you recorded it, I guess? I don't know, man. It's fucking... Why don't you shut the fuck up in retirement and relax with your bread? From both sides now. Yeah, cool, man. Suck a dick. Take out your fucking dentures first.
That wasn't very nice.
No, it wasn't. It just makes for a softer target in that landing in the rear.
Yeah, gummer.
Yeah, when you can blast in through the, over the gums and shit and like slam into the uvula, the epiglottis, and the fucking and the tonsils a bit, so that you're landing in like a nice soft pillow in the back.
What's it called? The epiglottis?
You like that? The uvula and the epiglottis. Fucking nasty shit. See what you... Why do you bring this...
That's science, though.
Why do you bring this out of me?
There's some staphylococcus fucking pustules on the epiglottis.
Oh, that were delivered off the tip of the penis? Fucking... That can be our new punk band. We can call it Busted Pustule.
Yeah, staphylococcus and what's the other one? Fucking that hangs out in the throat. Fucking
my cock. My cocklevitis. My cockle. My cock.
Oh no, streptococcus.
Yeah, my streptococcus in your throat.
Your staphylococcus and your streptococcus.
They're doing a sword fight in your throat. Listen, pal, there is no getting away from it. It will always come back to the fucking boot heel. Why? It's as bad as Mikey Lumpdell. I'm a boot guy. I like boots.
I bet you all these scientifically minded people don't even know what fucking streptococcus is or fucking staphylococcus.
Well, fuck.
Since you're so fucking scientifically smart about, they're infectious disease experts, all of them.
Well, it's the problem of specialization. Like, there's so many examples I could fucking jump to right now. It's making my fucking head spin. My Rolodex of fucking of goddamn anecdotes is fucking dizzying. However, when we were going through pregnancy and stuff, I was shocked. The fucking like OBs and shit didn't know what the fuck thrush was. I was like, man, this shit's old as time. People, as long as women have been having fucking babies and shit, they've had to deal with this shit out, somewhere. You know what the fuck it is? Why the fuck are you in this field? Because you thought it would make you more money? Jesus fucking Christ. Well, my dad
Right? Oh, I could make like $30 and $50 an hour.
was...